The long-awaited moment is finally here, the showdown between Francis and Tyson Fury. The anticipation has sent fans into a frenzy. However, it's not just the fans who are eagerly awaiting fight night. Both Francis and Tyson are on edge, and you know what that means. It's time for some intense trash talk. Can you believe it's only a day away from the big fight, and Francis is already going off on Tyson Fury for altering the contract terms? Yes, you heard it correctly. To be honest, we should have seen this coming. It's Tyson Fury, after all, and if there's one thing we can count on, it's his penchant for playing with contract details.
Mike Tyson's doing a job for Francis. He's now a boxing trainer. Fair play to him. It's surreal for me to be... Imagine a newborn baby being named after a boxing champion, and then all of a sudden you're named after him, you become world heavyweight champion, and then the world heavyweight champion is now fighting somebody else, and now the guy you named after is training the guy. He thinks he's in a dream. I'm definitely in a dream. Do you know what I mean? I'm named after the guy, now I'm in the opposite corner to him. 50 years later, 30 years later. It's crazy, you know.
Let's delve into what Francis called out the Gypsy King for just a day before their epic clash. Hear me out. Francis is fuming at Fury, no pun intended. The former UFC star revealed that the upcoming fight includes a rematch clause, meaning he'll have to face Fury again if he manages to pull off an upset on Saturday night. It's not just Francis who confirmed the rematch clause. Even boxing reporter Gareth A. Davies had previously verified it. In an interview with IFL TV, Gareth said, "I think Fury's a big favorite in this fight, but if he gets clipped by Francis, he's got problems. I can't confirm absolutely, but there's a rematch clause, which makes sense." This revelation had fans buzzing with excitement as they began to imagine the possibility of witnessing a rematch between these two formidable fighters. If Ngannou manages to emerge victorious, it's a big if. However, here's the twist. Tyson Fury has now asserted that there is no rematch clause in this super fight, and this revelation caught Francis by surprise. After months of believing that a rematch clause was in place, Fury's sudden denial just days before the fight has left Francis in a state of agitation. Anyone in his position would likely feel the same. But the Gypsy King is not making things up. He has clarified the contractual situation. Fury stated on the MMA Hour, "If he knocks me out cold on Saturday night, I'll have to be begging him like this. Please give me a rematch." I hate rematches. Rematch clauses have tied up my career for so long and cost me millions of dollars in court cases. Indeed, the Gypsy King is not a fan of rematches, and he holds the belief that fighters often opt for rematches primarily for financial gain. He expressed, "I always say we don't need a rematch if the first fight is a good one. If it's a genuine fight, there shouldn't be a need for a rematch." According to Fury, when champions include rematch clauses, it's usually for the allure of a double payday. However, this practice can potentially diminish the focus on the initial bout, as it's already known that a rematch is in the works. Fury contends that rematch clauses divert attention away from the first fight and shift the emphasis from the winner. Fans tend to prioritize the winner of the rematch, assuming that's where the true significance lies. Given that the upcoming heavyweight fight is set to be a historic one, this discussion is particularly relevant. Fury was determined to ensure that their upcoming battle would receive the recognition it deserved to be etched into the annals of history. This commitment led him to insist on having no rematch clause. While Fury's stance on this was clear, Francis's manager, Markel Martin, made a contradictory statement, affirming that Francis would indeed fight Fury again if he emerged victorious in their initial encounter. The intriguing part was that Martin made this statement on the same show as Fury, adding to the controversy. This turn of events has deeply irked Francis, and he's now openly criticizing Tyson for making last-minute changes to the contract without showing any respect for the agreement. It's safe to say that Francis recognizes Fury's inclination to backtrack on his word, a sentiment shared by many of us. Fighters endure rigorous negotiations and contractual hurdles for a reason, and it's primarily because of individuals like him who frequently alter the terms. The world of combat sports is well acquainted with Tyson Fury's penchant for altering agreements, but making last-minute changes a day before the fight is considered excessive, even by his standards. Francis had openly discussed the rematch clause in the contract, indicating that it would provide Fury with an opportunity to step into the ring with him again. However, there was a condition. Fury would need to wait until after Francis's PFL debut. The timing for the second fight would be set after the PFL debut, scheduled for early next year, possibly in February or March. Francis recently discussed this timeline with Peter Murray, and he's eager to make the rematch happen as soon as possible. This incident left Francis in a difficult position, as it made him appear dishonest, a reputation no one would be comfortable with. If Francis emerges victorious in the first bout, he's more than willing to relish the taste of victory again by facing Fury in a rematch. However, if he were to face defeat, he would prefer to bide his time, have his PFL debut, and engage in additional training to address the issues encountered in the ring. This would naturally require some time. While the rematch clause is the primary source of contention between these two fighters, there are numerous other dynamics at play leading up to this highly anticipated heavyweight showdown. Both Ngannou and Fury are determined, and they share a common goal: winning. At this juncture, it's no longer merely about the coveted championship belt, but a battle to establish who is the ultimate fighter on the planet. With both fighters having a significant point to prove, the tension is palpable, and they can't resist attempting to unsettle their opponent. However, this added drama is not something to complain about, and it's keeping the fans thoroughly engaged, adding to the excitement surrounding the upcoming fight. We're immersed in the world of combat sports, and there's truly nothing quite like it. All the anticipation and excitement that has been building up for months now culminates and reaches its peak, delighting the fans. Recently, Tyson Fury took to Instagram and teased a major announcement. However, it's not just a showstopper, it's a game changer, something even more significant than a mere showstopper. This upcoming fight holds more than meets the eye. For instance, there has been much speculation about whether Tyson Fury's heavyweight world title is on the line. Frank Warren, a trusted source, has clarified that the heavyweight title won't be up for grabs. It's worth noting that this upcoming clash marks Ngannou's debut in the sport, and it wouldn't have been fair to other boxers if Francis were to vie for a title in his very first fight. In the world of boxing, you truly have to earn your way to the top. If the heavyweight title isn't up for grabs, what's at stake for the victor? That's a great question. Well, it turns out that the winner will be walking away with a shiny gold belt. That's right, the victorious fighter will be crowned with this prestigious championship belt. Additionally, during the London press conference, it was revealed that the winner of this heavyweight bout would be awarded a brand new championship known as the Riyadh Boxing Championship. So there's certainly a lot on the line. Just the prospect of these two fighters facing off against each other has generated a significant amount of excitement and anticipation for the bout. Consider this. Francis and Tyson Fury are widely recognized as two of the best heavyweight fighters in the world. It's only fitting that they settle the score and determine who deserves to be crowned as the absolute best in their division. The fans are eager to know, and even though Fury's title isn't up for grabs, this showdown promises to be an epic battle. There's one precious accolade that Francis could potentially seize from his opponent in the ring, and that's Tyson Fury's undefeated record. Few boxers retire with a pristine record, having never suffered a loss, and Fury is putting it all on the line in this upcoming fight. The heavyweight boxer currently boasts an unblemished record with 0 losses, but that could change to 1 if he experiences defeat for the first time in his entire career. However, many fans view it as a tall order to even entertain the idea of Francis achieving this feat. After all, not even seasoned professionals have managed to defeat Tyson Fury in the squared circle. So, what gives fans the belief that a former UFC star can accomplish what others couldn't? The answer is quite straightforward. Francis possesses the most devastating punch in the world of combat sports. If he can land that punch in the right place at the right time, it could spell the end of Tyson Fury's undefeated streak. Fury might have to bid farewell to his pristine record, and Francis would etch his name in history. Furthermore, he emphasizes that the former UFC star should not be taken lightly and has a promising boxing career ahead of him. It's a situation where we'll have to wait and witness how events unfold. What's your take on Tyson Fury's last-minute alterations to the contract? So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned and we will catch you in the next video.